A Better Edge, we've been installing premium landscape edging for over 23 years. And we want to provide real numbers, real context, real insight into the cost of getting a high quality concrete landscape edging for your yard in 2025. A Better Edge has been involved in this industry for over 23 years, and I have trained people throughout the United States, in Canada. I have friends that are in Australia, so we can chat about what's really happening in the industry. And let me share these numbers with you. In Texas, you're probably looking at somewhere between $28 and $36 a foot. In Florida, you're looking for $12 to $20 a foot. In Nebraska, $18 to $24 a foot. Northern Colorado, $14 to $26 a foot. Southern Colorado, $18 to $28 a foot. Now, the cost of landscape edging is going to vary because not all curbing is actually created equal. Here's what goes into the higher end landscape curbing options that are out there. So one, you're going to have site prep. If you're going to move rock or level the terrain or trenching, how much of that is actually getting done? So if you're going to do a trench, is that trench just simply running a string trimmer over the grass to make sure that the grass isn't there when they pour the curb on top of it? Or are you actually trenching down? How deep is that going? How much of that is being removed and hauled off site? Does it need to be taken to the dumping, gotten rid of, etc.? So there's different variations in the site prep itself. You have custom textures and coloring, depending on what style you're looking for or what the skill of the installer is. Those things can get quite custom. So you may have something on the low end or something on the high end. If you're going to choose an option that has sealing, it's not necessary, but it does increase the vibrancy of the concrete and its durability. Maybe you have someone who's like A Better Edge sourcing local materials when optional. If they're using properly engineered mix designs that hold up in your specific climate, that is something that is very important, and that's part of what you'd be paying for. Another one is trained professional staff and insurance to make sure that if something happens on your job site, God forbid, it's not falling on you. When you choose a company that has decades of experience, licensed staff, high-end equipment, and obviously investing in the quality of the project, you can expect the price to be more than someone who's just getting started or the national average, so to speak. Where could you possibly cut corners that you shouldn't? So if you have a market filled with competitors, there are some places where you have 20, 30, or 40 installers of concrete curbing in a large city. So it's tempting for them to lower their price, and it's tempting for you to go to the lowest bid, of course. But again, not all concrete is created equal. And if you cut corners, you could have some big problems later. So let's talk about those. One of the biggest hidden differences that you won't necessarily know until it gets a couple of years down the road is the strength of the concrete. At A Better Edge, our curbing consistently exceeds 4,000 PSI. And that means it's built to last, especially in Colorado's harsh freeze-thaw conditions. By contrast, the average curb is rarely tested and typically falls in the 1,500 to 3,000 PSI range. So how does that happen? Well, installers can quietly lower the cement content in the mix design, and that reduces the material costs to them, but it also weakens the concrete, and you don't really know about it. It's really quite an issue when you have competitive markets, trying to get as many feet out of each mix that you possibly can. So adding much more of the aggregate and much less of the cement gives you more volume and costs less. It might save a few dollars up front, but it could lead to cracking, breaking within a couple of years. You would have reduced curb appeal because you have premature fading, premature chipping. It could be costly repairs. You could have a complete replacement if it gets bad enough. So if you have a market where it's full of options, choose based on price alone might be a mistake. So what are you paying for? Well, whenever it comes to pricing, these are the things that really make a huge difference. You got a custom mix design. For us, it's engineered for Colorado's freeze-thaw climates. You have on-site batching to ensure you have consistency for each batch. We have 23 years of experience. We have a team that's handling change orders, layout challenges, design needs. All of that is happening in real time. And professionalism, ensured, communicative, and customer focused. We also respect your property and the environment around us. It's not commodity concrete work. This is specialized, artistic work that lasts a really long time. So be careful. Most sites that you're going to see online are probably written by national marketing firms or SEO farms, and they're not real installers. They list low prices to get clicks and then direct you to local pros who may be out of business, miles away, or simply underqualified. At A Better Edge, we believe in upfront honesty and real value. Too many pricing pages give lowball numbers just to get you to click, and we'd rather give you the truth upfront. If you're in Colorado along the Front Range and you'd like to get a bid professionally done for your landscaping, give us a call at 719-233-EDGE. That's 719-233-3343. You can also text us or jump on our website at abetteredge.com.